Stay with me for a few minutes, folks. I think you're going to enjoy the topic that I talk about today. Just wrapped up some communication with a good friend of mine. Man, we rap back and forth all the time. We're always bouncing things off each other. And we were talking about filters. And this is where the conversation went. We talked about, like I said, I don't know if I'd ever thought about it this way. When you are a genuine good person and you really care about others and their best interests and loving and serving on the masses around you, your family, your community, your state, your country, and the globe. It's like, what I said was, you don't need a filter. Don't filter yourself. And we were talking about, on the contrary, some people need a filter. If you genuinely don't mean to be a kind-hearted person, it doesn't mean you don't have to be perfect, but just the genuine sense of your level of how you act, how you speak. There's just certain people that you don't have to have a filter if you fall in this category. I'm not Yancey. Yancey's not the one that says, hey, plug your filter in. I'm just saying it's a good idea for some to have a filter. You need to filter some of the things you say and do. When you don't wake up in the morning and say, man, I'm going to live an awesome life of service today. Just an awesome life of trying to lift people up. And that doesn't mean that you have to be this robotic, freaking positive, optimistic person, but just really and truly everything you say and do and sometimes you got to drop the hammer, you got to be rough, and you got to just rough and tumble to hashtag GSD. But at no time, virtually no time throughout our daily life, do we need to be, I said it the other day in my video, do you need to be a butthole? And so if that's who you find yourself being sometimes, it's just Yancey's recommendation. You need to plug your filter in sometimes. But I was referencing my dad. My dad is this guy. Let me paint the picture for my dad. I've done this a few times in videos before, but I've got some new clients, new people listening. My dad is my hero. He's this living, breathing hero that I get to see. He was in my life for 18 years every day for the most part, but now, you know how it is as you get older, it turns into, I see you a couple times a month, Dad, if I'm lucky, and I love that. My dad is one of those guys. I want to be like him. I try to be more like my dad every day, and I'm just failing forward because I can never be my dad. My dad needs no filter. You want my dad to throw the filter away because he lives his life to just love on people, man. It's the most genuine. It's almost uncomfortable for certain people. My dad, he gets up to you like this. He gets up in you. He'll invade your private space sometimes because he just wants to grab you and hug you and love on you and just fist bump you and high five you and tell you how awesome you are. It's the most beautiful thing. He's lifted me up through some dark times and just makes me feel good. He knows I'm a good person at heart, and he just wants to lift. He can't help it. So there's plenty of people out there be like, he's too optimistic. It's fake, but it's not. I call my dad, he's my Mother Teresa. He's Mother Teresa to me. It's like, gosh dang, I can't be like you on my best day. You don't stop being amazing. My wife and I watch how he is around my mom. It's so beautifully gracious. We watch how he is around our kids, his grandkids. It's so beautifully gracious. His friends, my sister, her family. It's just, Dad, I love you, man. This be a video. He'll never see this video, probably. Just a big shout out to you, Pops. I love you, and I love who you are. But he's the example of the person. You want them to throw that filter away because he just walks around lifting up situations and making them beautiful. It's funny. I get in my dad, and I'm just gonna. I get ready for this. How we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be right here. He's just all up in you, man. He just wants to grab you and love on you. So much love, Dad. You're in that category of the peeps that we want to throw the filter away. So it's just some recommendations. And what you can do if you find yourself struggling sometime throughout your day, it's okay. Like there's sometimes I need to plug my filter in and say, no, don't say that or don't do that way. So it's kind of like that pause button, different way of the pause button, flushing down the green or whatever. Yeah, plugging that filter in will kind of help you just navigate the situation a little differently. It's what a filter does. It restricts, a filter restricts things. Sometimes it blocks out harmful, dangerous things from getting into your engine. Damaging things. That's what filters do. That's why we create this analogy. So plug that filter in sometimes. It's just Yancey's recommendation. You can do whatever the heck you want to do. Some of you, I want you to get rid of the filter more, and I want you to love and share the awesomeness that is you, because many of you are rock stars and you don't need to use your filter very often. Let your love flow. That's an old country song. Just let your love flow. Oh my God, I gotta go listen to that. I haven't heard that in 20 years. Just let your love flow. That's all I know. Who sings it? I'm gonna go look that up right now. I listened to a lot of country music with my mom and dad growing up. So I have flashbacks sometimes. I love all genres of music. Just about all genres. When I get around mom and dad, I like to listen to country. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Be good. Filter and no filter. I love all of you. Be good. Much love. Rock and roll. Keep lighting up the planet.